Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Welcome to another episode of Comment, Foolery, Exposed. If you're new to this YouTube channel, we expose the hypocrisy and internalized colorism, texturism, and futurism within the Black community. So be sure to subscribe if you like the content. This post says, can Kamala's pretty privilege and light skin beat Trump's whiteness and maleness? So, have you noticed that instead of actually focusing on their policies, nope, it's all about Kamala's phenotype and it's all about Trump's race. They said, can Kamala's pretty privilege and light skin beat Donald Trump's maleness and whiteness? I think it can. Black people, we love white people, but what we love even more is a pretty light skinned bitch. Kamala's intelligence and her experience come second, because let's be real, Hillary would have had more of a chance if she was closer to America's beauty standard. Not only do the Black community love a pretty light skinned woman, even white women go crazy online about their mixed daughters. White women jumped to donate to Kamala because they hope their mixed kids, mixed grandkids, mixed nieces can grow to look like her with her beauty pageant smile. Kamala got the skin color and hair that white women would love their mixed daughters to have. They see their real and imaginary daughter in Kamala. America loved them a pretty light skinned mixed woman, even white men. White men freed their mixed race children first, and the mixed race children had to come back to get their dark skinned mom. Honestly, we should have been put a light skinned pretty woman as the face of the party. So, first of all, do you hear how this comment is just oozing with jealousy? And also, this person completely denies the fact that there are people that actually don't support Trump's policies, or maybe they like Kamala's policies. Maybe they just don't want to vote for Trump. But no, if you vote for Kamala, it has nothing to do with your political views. You're only voting for her based on race. And then the next person doesn't even call that out. They said, pretty privilege and light skin privilege can actually hurt her. It's a double edged sword. But let's not call her light skin. She is not. She is multiracial. So, once again, instead of actually discussing political policies, people would rather argue about whether or not Kamala is light skinned, because that is what people want to talk about the most. This reminds me of Kane on TikTok and how she said so many crazy things that would have been considered problematic, and people ignored all the crazy things she said, and instead they wanted to focus on her skin color. And then we've got another person that says, pretty privilege only goes so far. Though her intelligence may help, she is far from light skinned. She is a brown skinned woman. People really don't be knowing the difference. Light skinned is Tisha Campbell, Lisa Bonet, and Zendaya, not Beyonce, Halle Berry, or Tracy Ellis Ross. So once again, Kamala is a brown skinned Black woman. Okay, she's not light skinned. She is the representation of the brown skin community. Okay. This is the new standard for brown skin. So I don't want to hear any more conversations about colorism in the media. And then they're pulling up videos of Kamala's speeches where Kamala is trying to get the vote. She's trying to get the Black vote. And then somebody's like, who is the we she is referring to? The ethnic designation African American does not include Indians or Caribbeans. Anywho, she is the perfect embodiment of Black America's lust for the exotic. She is also a DEI villain in the eyes of white America. So basically, if you vote for Kamala, you are lusting after exoticals. So do you see how these are the conversations that we're having in the Black community, folks? This person says, do y'all actually think she's pretty? I don't see it. She looks averagely plain to me. So instead of talking about policies, they're literally arguing about whether or not she's light skinned or brown skinned and saying that she's not pretty. This person says, I'm a little surprised that so many regular Black American women worship this pseudo light skinned Black woman who happens to be past her prime. So basically, she hit the wall. I thought the neck would be a dead giveaway that she isn't even phenotypically like us, but I guess that desperation is too strong. So she's basically saying that her neck, like the way that her neck sits, like from the side profile, apparently she doesn't have a Black woman's neck. She said, this also explains the divest movement. There is a segment of Black American women that want mixed race children for their phenotype. The light skinned exotic lust explains why Harris has such staunch black female support ready to go to battle with anyone, including loved ones, over her candidacy, yet doesn't even have a campaign platform. It's all surface level. So you're telling me that people have to vote for Trump in order to prove that they're not colorist? Do you see how the focus is so high on color as opposed to actual political policies within the black community? These are the conversations we're having. We're talking about Kamala's neck. We're talking about how she's not light skinned, she's brown skinned. And then other people are saying, no, she's not light skinned because she's not black at all. Oh, wait, but you're a Caribbean. So, like, you don't fit in. These are the conversations we're having. This person says, I don't see the pretty either, but my goodness. When others said Stacey Abrams should be Biden's VP back when he was looking for one, so many people on here said Harris should be the one because she is pretty. The love Harris gets in our community is strictly because she is not a black woman and doesn't look like one. So if you support a woman that is light skinned, you're a colorist. If you don't vote for Trump, you're colorist. If you think that Kamala is pretty, you're also a colorist. This person says, yes, I was going to write this in my original post. Stacey Abrams would not have this support. I remember when people was saying she should be president or vice president, everyone said she wouldn't make it because she was a woman and ugly. So here we go. We've got a person on a black website where they are calling Stacey Abrams ugly. You heard it from the black community themselves. You won't be able to blame this one on the white man. So if Stacey Abrams is ugly and Kamala Harris is also ugly, like, what is your standard of beauty? And also, why are we talking about beauty standards in a political conversation? Why did no one bring up the policies of any of these people? This person says, my God, if I could take the word light skin away from people, I would. So they want the L word to be banned. We all know that if you are light skinned, you're not allowed to call yourself light skinned anyway. A lot of people get triggered over that word because they think that light skin equals compliment and dark skin equals regular. If you don't believe me, please go back and watch all of my other videos on this topic. This person says, her cosplaying as an African American woman is offensive. I get secondhand embarrassment hearing her speak. She is not articulate. She is basic, but y'all want to prop her up. So if you don't vote for Trump, you're propping up colorism. This person says, but she's not even pretty. Just because she's light skinned doesn't make her pretty. We all know that's a common line that people randomly like to give based on skin tone. And I thought she wasn't light skinned. Just a couple of seconds ago, you guys said she's brown skinned. And then somebody else said she's not black at all and that she's an Indian Caribbean. So which one is it? Pick a talking point. This person says, I'm voting for her, but yeah, pretty isn't a word I would describe her as. So, Kamala, I'm voting for you, but I just want you to know that you're ugly. That's what this person is saying. This person says, they think anything light skin is pretty, just a figure of speech. First of all, who's they? Anyone who votes for Kamala, they automatically think light skin is pretty? Do you see what I mean about how if you are of a lighter skin tone, any accomplishment you have, like any attention you get, oh, people only supported you because you're light skinned. Oh, Beyonce, she was only more successful than Kelly because she's light skinned. That's it. That's it. And that's all. It's only because of your skin tone. Oh, and by the way, you're not even pretty. You're ugly. This person says, if Kamala was a white woman, she'd have pretty privilege. But to white people, they only give that to their women. So only white women are pretty in the eyes of white men, according to this person. I've already seen people masculinizing Kamala. Her skin color is also irrelevant because she is still a you know what to most white people. Nothing will ever trump being a straight white male. So she's basically saying Kamala is going to get her N word wake up call. This person says, and yes, Kamala is pretty. She has that beauty pageant smile. That's why she's always smiling. She knows that's one of her best assets. White men love them a pretty light skinned woman. That's why Biden picked her. That's why Trump was even donating to her back in the day. So Kamala's smile is apparently so seductive. Do you see what I mean about the internalized pedestal? So apparently you can simply smile and become the president. That is how powerful your beauty is. This person says white women will never vote in a white woman. White women throw money at Kamala to feel superior, not because they like her. So white women only donate to Kamala because they feel like she's beneath them. So if you're a white woman and you vote for Kamala, it's because she's beneath you. And if you're a black woman and you vote for Kamala, it's because she's above you. Do you see the internalized racism? This person says, no, they throw money at her out of guilt because we wouldn't be in this predicament if they hadn't voted for Trump in the first place. So now they're trying to clean up the mess and appear as if they've learned. White women have been haunted by that voter poll where it displayed that almost every single one of them voted for Trump despite showing their asses. So basically, they're saying that white women fucked up the first time. So now they feel guilty. So they're voting for Kamala out of charity because she's just the poor, decrepit black woman in their eyes. This person says Kamala isn't pretty though. Not by white standards, not by Indian standards, not by black standards. So they're saying that Kamala is ugly in 3 different communities. Another person says she isn't pretty. She just has lighter skin. This person says she has a long face, but on here, people swear she is a beauty queen. She looks like a typical Indian lady. None of her features are remarkable. So apparently, if you're an Indian, you look typical, according to this person. This person says, why are we comparing Kamala to people who actually have Black American heritage? Kamala has 2 Indian parents. Another person says, she's barely pretty. She's just average. This person says, y'all swear this lady fine. Kamala was a call girl who moved up the ranks. She's lucky to even be this far. So apparently, if you're a call girl, this means that you're automatically an idiot. If Kamala is a call girl and made it from being a call girl all the way to a vice president, that is incredible. That means that she is smarter than the majority of the people commenting on this thread. This person says, either way, she isn't Black American, so I have no reason to support her blindly. Her mother is a Brahmin caste Hindu Indian. Her father identified as Hindu Irish, which means his ancestors were slave owners who came from India and Ireland. This person says, he has never identified as African, talking about her father. He has an Indian dad, Irish slave owner descendants. Not sure what your aim is, but if you really want Kamala to win, y'all should really stop lying about her being Black. Y'all aren't fooling anyone. Your lies about her heritage is really further alienating potential voters. No one likes being blatantly lied to, and many will vote against her out of spite. Imagine hating mixed race people so much that you vote against them out of spite. This person says, whoever is sending you all here to shill for Kamala need to rethink your strategy. You will not win with this strategy. We see through her and you. You're making yourselves obvious enemies. But my thing is, let's say people vote for Trump. Voting for Trump isn't going to save you. No president is going to save you. Just want to throw that out there. Kamala won't save you and Trump won't save you. This person says, I don't think Kamala ugly or nothing, but what she's doing ain't helping her. She has a long face like Obama, and her hair is making it look longer as well. And her suits just don't be suiting. Get it? Her looks aren't going to help her. This person says Donald Harris has no South Asian heritage at all. He's just a standard Caribbean black white mulatto, no more, no less. So they're trying to imply that Kamala is like trans. This person says her sister is more pretty. Have you ever noticed this tendency to compare one mixed race person to another person? This reminds me of how Paris Milan on one of her recent live streams compared Jordan Childs to non-black Hispanic women. Like, they always want to triangulate you with somebody else who's also mixed. Like, hey, you're not as pretty as this other mixed person over here. This person says, mixed people, a lot of light-skinned men with light eyes or curly hair legit tend to think the same way around black people. So now they're coming for light-skinned and mixed race men as well. Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.